Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas. Welcome.
Ho, ho, ho!
What was that? Was that
Merry
Santa? Was it
Christmas!
Santa? Oh no, that's
Ho,
DJ.
ho,
That's
ho!
DJ. Too early for Santa. Too
Yeah,
early for
sorry.
Santa.
It's too
Although,
early. Like he's working right now. He has the biggest deadline of the year coming very soon for him.
yeah,
I
he
don't
should
think
be a
he's
bit
idle
stressed.
like
He
ourselves.
should be on some really strong coffee or something.
I don't know.
Oh, I feel terrible. I've spelt Usain Bolt's name wrong. Oh, terrible.
Don't worry.
I've
That's
corrected it.
one way. So like it was a clever trick because he's one of the yeah he's an alive person, so that it is not gonna sue us, right? If you write
Hopefully
it like
not.
this. I'm sure, like that. I don't know, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, the Queen, or Liz Truss are pretty jolly people that wouldn't mind have their name shared. Um,
Probably not.
but Usain Bolt might have. So here you go.
So, what we've got here is our 12 Days of Christmas wheel. It's not quite a full Advent wheel. And DJ's just spoilt, name dropped some of the things on the wheel already.
Oh, sorry. I thought everyone could see the wheel. Like, so I'll
They
spoil
can
more.
actually. They could just read what's there.
I don't think
Hopefully,
the Cheer Bear, Sauron, or Dumbledore are gonna mind have their name on YouTube.
no, they're not.
They might
So,
be cool with it.
so these are the 24 characters we have chosen and made in TTS to play with in the 12 Days of Christmas. We've got 12 characters each. We know what they are. And
Yes.
basically, we're going to spin the wheel, and they're going to get paired off into matches. So the first one of mine will go in slot one, and the second one, although it may not be day one that we play it, it just means they will be paired against each other at some point
Mm.
during the 12 days of Christmas, which
Indeed. So that every
aren't
day
going to
you're never
be
gonna know what's coming.
exactly. So you know the matchup, but you're not going to know what day it hits until I guess day
Yes.
12, and then there's one left. So these are the ones that made the cut. These are the characters we have. We have the Predator. I think that was from Echo 3. We have Princess Bride, which is Fezzik, and Inigo Montoya from Mordots. We have Mahatma Gandhi. I don't remember who did that one. We'll come to that later. We have Oscar the Grouch. That's Casero. We have Martin Luther, Joe Biden, Liz Truss, Bernie Sanders, all the politicians coming through. My favorite wrestler, Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah, he's in there. We have Rick and Morty. I've never seen an episode of Rick and Morty. Have you seen it, DJ?
Really?
I've never
I've
seen.
seen quite a few until my mind melted in the levels of meta universes they end up, and I think I haven't followed the last season, but I've seen all of the other ones. Yes,
Great,
I've
brilliant.
seen them all.
Then we've got Rogue, one of my favorite X-Men, cool X-Men, and then of course we have our very own Ewok, Cheer Bear, of course. Thanks Casero for that. Or I don't think it Casero or was it one of the boys. I'm not sure. Gruber is definitely, however, from our good friend King Gruber, the winner of the Galactic Open last weekend.
He's there.
He's given the Gruber from the Octonauts. That's awesome.
Nice.
We've got our first actual Star Wars one here, Morgan Elsbeth from
All right, she
the
sneaked in. Look at this, like
yeah.
corrupt politicians trend. Morgan Elsbeth, Liz Truss,
She's just
look
right in the
at
middle of it all, and she is followed by the Queen on the list, Usain Bolt. We have our second Star Wars entry in Echo. Now, this one's mainly on there because we love the design of it. It seemed cool. Then we have the big bad Sauron looking for the ring. Dumbledore, Snake Eyes, B.A. Baracus from the A-Team. He cannot gain piloting. That's just a fun interaction. One I made for Jack is Oogie Boogie, one of his favorite characters from The Nightmare Before Christmas. He is the only green character on the list, so
wow,
he's got no green cards to go with him, so we'll see what we pair
nice.
him with.
Wow, we
Then
need
we
to make a
have,
new set just all for him.
yeah, then we have a Star Wars, let's say a Star Wars adjacent character in Cockknocker. who is actually acted by Mark Hamill, apparently. And I've still not seen whatever movie this is. And then possibly one of my favorite characters, all the way from Combo Fighter, which we played when we were in Boston, and I play most weeks because it's so good. And Boris Wolfram, powered by radiation, is one of my favorite characters from that game. And he's last on the list. And so we have all these 24, and we're
Last
gonna
but not least,
he's definitely last but not least. So we are gonna spin the wheel. We will pull out the character. It'll either be one of mine or one of DJ's, and we'll just have a look at what that character does.
let's
Uh,
go.
are we ready?
I am. I was born ready.
He was
I'm
born ready.
unbelievably ready. No,
Let,
I am ready. Yes, I'm as ready as it gets. Let's put it this way.
yep, that's totally. Okay, here we go. So spin one. Here we go.
Looking
Who are we
forward
gonna
to the
get
music.
first? Yeah, music's great.
Spin one. Oh, look at that wheel. I mean, gets my head spinning. Now it's.
Oh,
I think it's entering the.
there we
Martin
go.
Luther. Boom. That is one of mine. Martin Luther, I think.
He is one of yours. He is
Reformer.
indeed the Protestant reformer,
Yes.
creator of the Lutheran Church, I believe. Don't know much
So
more
I
than
believe so.
that. So, have you got him out of the bag yet? Let's have a look at this guy.
I'm gonna get him out of the bag, and maybe without revealing all the other characters, just him. There he goes. There is dice, and there is his face.
Okay, here he is.
He's
We'll just
Martin Luther, ladies and gentlemen.
so
He
here he
doesn't.
is.
He looks dubiously like he's a leader scholar.
He's
Interesting.
he's like
Born
he's like me. I got picked first in that picture. It's like, oh,
That's what
the
he's
honor.
saying. Yes. He's
Okay,
not
carry.
showing his traditional haircut. He's looking for like a more Franciscan haircut here. And when you activate him, he deals 2 damage to a character with 2 or more downgrades. You can discard a card from your hand to draw a card. Beautiful.
It's a pretty
Right?
decent power action to find your downgrades to activate him.
Yeah.
He could be
He
strong.
likes to downgrade people
Do you think
and traditional churches.
his dice seems a bit pricey at 18?
At 18, I mean, it's awakening 18 that die, but I'm sure if you do 2 damage every round to a
Yeah,
character,
it's not bad, is it?
probably.
I suppose Kylo Ren started out, the 2 indirect on activation. He was like 16 or 17. It certainly ended at 16, but he's not got the health
Yeah.
that Martin's got here. So he is in the first category, in the
Yes.
first matchup. Now, once we hit the first one from my bags, he will be facing Martin Luther, but we might get your second one next. Shall we move?
I might get all of mine out and then all of yours. Who knows?
Well, it could happen actually. Who knows what the wheel will bring? Okay, let's
Who
go
knows
to
how the wheel wants to play with us?
let's go for the second choice. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Come on, Christmas. What you got for me? Oh, it looks like one of yours. It's
The
Bernie
plan is
Sanders.
coming. It's Bernie Sanders. There's more in my army. We are joined by the ranks of Bernie Sanders with his blue dice. There it is.
I just remember I thought he got some sort of Robin Hood ability.
It does. It's very thematic. So first of all, if you spot Hillary Clinton, you instantly defeat this character. All right. He's a
Thankfully, we
character
don't
that
have
is
her.
not in the setting. And he has a power action where he takes 1 resource from the player with the most resources and give it to the player with the least amount of resources. Very interesting in multiplayer.
Mm.
And he's
Yeah,
neutral.
it'd be very fun. He's neutral, so you can go anywhere with this. And it says there it was by Swagdean. Who did Luther? Oh, we don't know. I didn't change the name.
Star Wars Destiny Car Builder. It's
Yeah, that's just the
self.
website. I didn't change the name. Oh, that's my bad.
I know. It's just a website.
But this one's Swagdean.
This is certainly Swagdean. Probably
No,
Swagdean as well, if I remember well, but I don't remember that one. I'll be honest.
no
I don't want to
modifiers.
offend whoever did it if it's not Swagdean.
The disrupt feels like it's against what he wants to do, so it's a bit of a duff side, but always useful.
Disrupt.
Yeah, because
It's just a different way of keeping like the rich people in check. And so is the money. If you look at it, the money is against what he wants to do, right?
yeah, he wants the least
You should
resources
be
so he
able
can
to
steal one
disrupt
away.
yourself and give money to the opponent, maybe.
You do it. Maybe. So you kind of need stuff that's going to give money to your opponent.
I guess.
I suppose you
Hopefully
could like
everybody profits.
you could truce into an ambush thing and then.
Let's make a deal. Things like this.
Mm, yeah, that's definitely a card for you. I'm sure you'll enjoy Bernie Sanders. What we
Yeah.
feel, yeah, 11, 16. I'm trying to think of possible pairings. I feel like he's going to be with a yellow.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
another scenario is just you wipe your opponent's hand, you let them play nothing, and then you start giving your opponent money, and they have nothing to do with it. You just take them all back.
Yeah, just get it back. No, he's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be a match I hate. Bernie Sanders. I hope somebody big and somebody like the Predator or I don't know, Dumbledore or Sauron just gets
You
hold of
want to
him.
predate on Bernie Sanders? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to
just pull him apart. Totally. Okay, let's see where I get. Am I going to get one yet, or
say?
is this going to be your third one?
I think I'm still on course for getting the first 12 myself,
You're going
and
for it, are
then
you? We could have just had a wheel of just yours. We could have done that, but we didn't. We got this one. So
we got this one, and so far the results are pretty much the same as if we didn't.
yeah,
We just got mine. Let's see
absolutely.
if I can keep my streak.
Number 3, is this going to be Who Faces Martin Luther, or is this going to be DJ's number 3?
Oh,
Oh,
does sound like it's yours, Randy
it's
Savage.
Randy Savage against Martin Luther.
My streak lasted like for only 2 characters.
Yep. So we need Randy Savage. Here he is, Randy Savage. Look at this one guy. My favorite. Look at the
Wow, he looks
pizzazz
like
on
the
this guy.
perfect.
Look at this. He's got some stage
He looks
presence.
like the perfect defender of the traditional Catholic Church. Like I can see
Exactly.
him.
The
Zachariah
mercenary we've employed.
as the sentinel of the religion.
This is great. This is Swagdean again. I think Swagdean did an amazing job on some of these cards. He really should join the
Yes.
design team if he's got the time.
Yes.
But this character's pretty straightforward. He's a grappler, he's a wrestler, he's a brawler. He should come from the top
Okay.
rope for something. But yeah, 1 melee, 2 melee, 2 melee for an indirect. Then we have a 1 disrupt and a 1 resource. Almost a Bernie Sanders there, isn't he? Yours is just indirect instead. And he has 2 abilities.
Yeah.
The first is the first time damage is dealt to an opposing character each round, place a resource on that character. So the first time, so you could put 1 on each on a turn. Is there a way of doing 2? I'll have to think about that. And the power
Doing
action
what?
is like getting extra resources on a character in a turn.
I mean, you can play with Namek, I guess.
Oh yeah, you could do. So there's one way. Oh, you could
There
use
you go.
nobody's listening as well. Doesn't that put a resource on a
Yes,
card?
yes.
It
On
has.
a card, yes, indeed. You're
Okay.
most certainly correct there.
And they're both in yellow already, so we have some interesting yellow options here. And then his power action is remove 3 resources from an opponent's character, deal that character 3 damage, just like wrestling. The 1, 2, 3 pinfall, pin victory. That's what we want to see from the Macho Man Randy Savage against Martin Luther. He ain't got no chance against the Macho Man.
Because you're underestimating the power of
The
counter,
church.
like Reformation. Yeah,
Maybe,
the power
but
of heresy. You're
I'm,
underestimated the power of heresy.
I think we're both happy here. I think this is going to be
I'm extremely
Macho
happy.
Man.
Yes,
Come
I
on.
I don't fear your macho man.
Brilliant.
Someone who built like they fought corrupted popes. Like what's gonna Randy Savage do to me?
Randy
Look at
Savage,
this.
King of the Ring, WWF champion. It's amazing.
Exactly. I
And
can
Luke,
put it.
he's got a hat, so he covers up his weird haircut. Anyway, let's get on to pick number 4 from the wheel. I've
Pick
now
number
got
4.
one. We have a matchup. Are we going to find Bernie
Okay.
Sanders' opponent, or is this another one for DJ? Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
looks like oh.
it's
It
Oscar the
is
Grouch.
Bernie Sanders versus Oscar the Grouch. Oh, look. Isn't
Amazing.
Oscar the Grouch someone notoriously miser that doesn't want to give things to other people?
Yeah, he literally lives in a dustbin.
I think it's the perfect matchup.
So we've had the Randy Savage one. Let's get that out of
Oh,
the way. Where is he? Where is he? I'm pretty sure I've already built deck for Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch is going to Bernie Sanders therapy, isn't he?
He is going on Bernie Sanders. Bernie's going to have to come all the way down to Sesame Street. We'll tell him how to get there. It's fine. Uh, so Oscar the Grouch, one of my favorite characters from Sesame Street as well. Look at this, and look at this. He's got a mill dice. He's got a
Oh, you're
one
talking Mill.
disrupt, discard, 2 discard for a resource, and this special. Give a character a shield. You may turn another die to any side. And I have to say, I love the flavor text here. It is called Garbage Can, not Garbage Cannot. That's just awesome. Thanks, Casero, for this one. This is definitely Casero. It's one of the first ones I picked, actually. It was quite early out of the blocks of these cards.
That's
And
interesting. So it discards a random card from your hand. Ah, I see. To play a card with the same cost from a discard pile. That's very interesting. Yes, yes.
it could be pretty good. Um, like, if you're in a pinch, it, I suppose you've got to have a good mix of cards, or maybe all one of the same number, so you can play anything from your discard pile. If I've got all ones, then just discard something to play something else.
Or if you play if you put all cards with the same cost in your discard pile, in your whole deck, you know what you're gonna play something. You can
Yeah.
make it very consistent. All right.
Yeah, you could make it so you can literally play anything from your discard piles quite easily. But you probably have to go for 1 cost or 0 cost.
One cost. Yeah.
Because
Interesting.
two your deck would just be too expensive. Because
Yeah, you probably.
it
I mean,
doesn't it doesn't
as a
say
new
you
guy,
it doesn't say you play it for
probably.
free. So you still got to pay the cost of that card.
I think you could make it if you play just 0 cost cards. Like you just don't need the money. You're gonna have like in the mill deck. Who needs money anyways?
It's
If you
very
if
true.
you if you only play 0 costs, I think there are some interesting options there.
Yeah, it could be an
Maybe
interesting one. Maybe
you
you want
play
to give it,
very few cards that cost anything. You immediately play them, and then the rest of your deck is 0 cost, so you can always hit your mill events from the discard pile.
or do you want cards that are higher cost that have like an on-play effect that you can keep like cycling round maybe?
It can be an event though.
No, it
Like
wouldn't be an
one.
event. I mean like maybe a Force Sense or an Ataru and
Yeah, you
Quilland.
can have endless Quillons. Yeah, you can have your whole deck is made of 3, and you just keep playing Quillon on someone that is not him, or
Wow.
Ataru. Yeah,
Yeah, so blue looks pretty good here. I'm sure there's some red on plays as well. I'm failing to think of any. So he could be an interesting one. I think you'd enjoy building him as well.
yeah. I think it looks awesome. Great,
So that's
but
Oscar
he's
the
gonna match
Grouch.
with with my Bernie.
But he's against Bernie Sanders, the battle of the bin.
Has
Um,
this been noted? Are you keeping track?
I've got it down here. Yeah. So we are now
Okay.
brand new match 3. Could be anybody. Who's going into
Maybe
this
you're gonna get 10 in a
this one?
row now. Who knows?
Maybe. Could happen.
Oh,
Oh, it's me again, I believe.
cock knocker. Hmm.
Cock Knocker. Now, I really need to watch this movie to find out what this character is all about. Here he
Well,
is.
I will confess I never heard of this guy. It sounds mildly obscene from my
He's.
foreign ear.
Yeah, I think so. I think his subtitle is Lord of the Spliff. Yeah,
Oh
Cock Knocker,
wow.
Lord of the Spliff. Look at this. 28-point character. He's a big. 20 health.
Wow.
And I think I had to include this because it was Mark Hamill who can't. I don't know why he's got an absolutely
Uh,
giant fist on his right hand there. But he's look at these sides: 3 melee, 3 melee, 3 discard, 3 shields, 3 resource, and we have a special: resolve any die as melee damage, then remove a character die of the character who was dealt the damage. So that's a pretty good special. And we
it's very
have,
good.
after activating this character, you may play a card with a lightsaber in the title from your hand or discard pile and roll the die into your pool. So he's kind of got a bit of an action cheat, as long as he doesn't get rolled in the mud, I guess.
I
'Cause
mean, yeah, who would want to roll the mud with the cock knocker? Would be my question.
that's a very good question. And he's a villain. I'm not sure what plot you would get with this. Um, you'd
A
probably
path to mastery, I
path
guess.
to mastery, yeah. You could play a training lightsaber, go down the lightsaber
Yes.
routes. Um, yeah, he's not got resilience for such a big character, so his dice could be vulnerable if you can get rid of him.
Sad. But
But
he gets lightsabers.
he does get
And I
lightsabers.
think the only slightly, maybe it's a balancing thing. The only slightly awkward thing is you get the lightsaber when you're activating, and then you immediately roll the die into the pool. Like you don't get the die twice. You just play it
Yeah,
basically, right?
yeah. But from the
Mm.
discard pile is pretty handy. Again, the
Yeah.
Quilland here is you could cycle the Quillans for
Too
a
bad you can't.
damage.
Oh yeah, right. You can do it every round. Yeah, that's true. Too bad you can't like. Okay, you can't play Kiadimundi's lightsaber. That's 2 shields every
That's
round.
true. He is unfortunately a villain, apparently. I need to
So
watch the
they
movie to
say,
find out. So, shall we move on? We got Knocker waiting for a matchup here. We need to get rid of these dice.
I think we can. Yes. Is there waiting? Okay.
He's there waiting for a matchup. Who he gets? No one knows. Here we go.
Oh, well, who knows
Is
what's going
this
on?
Cock Knocker's opponent? It's
No,
not.
it's yours. It's not.
No, I think
It's your
Rogue is
second line, Rogue.
one of
4 in a
mine.
row.
4 in a row. Now, I have to confess, I don't quite remember what Rogue does. I know I really liked the ability at the
Rogue One,
time. No,
maybe.
she is the original Rogue, yeah. Okay, so she's yellow. I remember that. And here's the card. This is Rogue.
Okay,
Let's have a
she's
look at
Southern
that.
Belle.
Southern Belle. She has 14 health. That's a chunky amount of health. That's nice. 3 damage sides, 2 melee, 3 indirects, a disrupt, and this special. She does have resilience for an 18-point character.
Nice.
And she's a scoundrel. That's quite useful.
And an
Uh,
X-Men.
and an X-Man. She is an X-Man, definitely. So her special is deal 2 damage to a character. Then for the rest of this round, this character gains all abilities on the chosen character.
This is like a gem. Like, it sounds really fun. Like you're just gonna copy. Like no game is gonna be the same with this guy. Girl.
Yeah, what, you have no idea what you could end up getting with that at all. You don't want after activation effects, so I suppose you kind of want to steal a power action.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think a power action is probably the. I mean, you
Yeah,
can steal another special, I guess.
yeah. I suppose if you had another special on the board, you could steal a special. She's a hero. She's from the Sons of Destiny, so thanks to
Okay, nice.
D'Arteo and Matteo for this. Careful, Sugar. The first boy I ever kissed ended up in a coma for 3 weeks. I think that's my
That
best
sounds
Southern Belle accent. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for anybody
I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
who is from the
Better
southern
than a
area. Right. Am I going to get another one?
Yeah, you are
Rogues?
on track for a
5 in a
run.
row?
You already get 4 in a row. Let's see if you can make it 5.
Okay, here we go. Oh,
No,
no,
looks like
it's going to be you. It is the Queen. Oh, no. Da, da. God save the... Oh, King now. Oh
It's
no,
one of
look at
my
this
favorite
matchup. She's taken on Lord of the Spliff. This is not right. This is
Lord of
wrong.
Fish versus the Queen. Do you even like? Do you want to surrender now or?
I probably should. I'm pretty sure the Queen was quite an early one from Duncan in the list. Look at that, a great picture of the Queen there.
Very
Um,
thematic abilities that I think that when I saw this character, I mean, 9 health for 14 reveals a health that is probably not
mm,
uh, something that I think she's not in her prime. Let's put it this way. Like she lasted over 80 years. She surely didn't do it with 9 health or 14. But you have this interesting ability. At the start of each round, you may play set aside knighthood on another character for free, ignoring play restrictions. And you can spend 2 resources to add a set aside royal guard to your team. I love this kind of like.
yeah,
We have one right now in the form of droids that you can add to your team, which is amazing.
imagine getting
And
like 4 money and getting 2 royal guards. That's an extra 9 health. I think that's why her points are a bit high
yeah,
for the
of
health.
course, I understand.
But I don't understand the die. I can't remember the
I
Queen
think
ever
she has a
doing
walking. She just beats people up with her walking stick. Isn't that what happened?
I can't imagine her doing any sort of close combat. Uh, she's got a
Well, you
one
see,
melee, 2 melee. It's a very
you will.
interesting card, and she will be taking on the Cockknocker. Has the Cockknocker got enough to knock off the Queen? Who knows? That will be. We shall wait to see. There we go. Cockknocker has an opponent. Okay, back to the wheel we go. We're only on number 8. We're only like a third of the way through. Here we go.
Nice,
Might be a
nice,
bigger
nice.
video than I originally thought, but hey, never
17
mind.
hours of video. Nice.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's
I
another
think
one
it's
of mine.
incredible.
Yeah, this is a great card. This takes resilience to the max. I definitely remember that.
Isn't he like something stupid where like you can't remove his dice or
He is
something?
he is a 2 die character for all the points, 30 points, 19 health. He has resilience 2, so you can't remove 2 of his dice in an action, which means you can't remove his dice. And he's got a big dice. Look at this thing. 3 range, 3 melee, 3 shields, 2 resources. And before the character is defeated, deal 5 indirect to the opponent. So you've got to keep your health. You've got to have 6 health left. That's not an easy
Okay,
feat.
clever.
This guy's a great design, and not surprising, it comes from Echo 3, who we know is a great
He's
designer. We've
amazing.
seen all his cards. We love all his cards. It brings us here every Thursday for some Echo-based fun. But yeah, this is awesome. It's so simple but fun. And I found a great picture. It's not the original picture that was on there. I found a different one.
I
But
think I can see his face for there. It looks very cute. Is
well,
it hair
yeah.
and his eyes?
Unless you see him in a dark alley, he could be considered cute. Yeah.
And it's no longer cute. Oh wait. Give me a second.
Yeah, sure. So let's recap: Randy Savage against Martin Luther, Oscar the Grouch against Bernie Sanders. This is the card you want to see, and it's just Cock Knocker against the Queen. Why? Why? Why, Wheel? Why would you do that to us?
Did I miss much? Sorry, I
No,
was connected
I.
to my phone, but my phone died.
Oh, right, no problem. No, I just recapped what we've got so far, the three locked-in games, and we'll go back to the wheel right now. Let's get some more.
Yes, very good. Let me get back onto the room. Lost my connection.
Oh,
What do you get?
we got Sauron. I'll just wait for you here. I'll find Sauron bag, but that means Sauron is against Rogue. I don't think
That
that's.
are very int. Oh no, that's against Rogue. It's not against the other guy. It's not against the
It's
big one.
not against the Predator,
All have
no.
been nice people. There's two huge dudes just fighting one another
Duking it out.
non-stop.
Yeah, Sauron is a bit insane. Um, we let him in, but he has an absolutely terrifying dice, and so he should for the Dark Lord himself. 20 health, 3 melee, 4 melee, 4 indirect for 1 indirect to yourself, 2 discard, 3 shields, and 2 resources.
Nice.
So, and he has the ability, after you play a weapon for the first time each round, deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to its cost. And then we've got a power action of remove up to 2 resources from a support or upgrade. And now he's paired against Rogue, which could be interesting. She can get that after you play a weapon ability or the power action of removing 2 resources from a support or upgrade, whatever that might be for.
I think that was meant to go with like the ring or something. Like I don't remember. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a whole
There was a meaning
bunch.
there. Like I think it was meant to counter what the hobbits were doing or something like this.
Yeah, something
But
like putting resources on Mount Doom or something, or taking resources off Mount Doom or the ring. I can't fully remember. It was a while ago. But this is from Lucas Biriani.
nice.
Um,
So yeah, you play the weapons and you burn the opponent. Boom boom. It's like a
yeah,
4 damage villain.
he's a bit bonkers, and that could be pretty good to get Rogue into that as well.
Yeah.
You roll in Rogue, you sort of special out, you get that ability, play some weapons on your secondary character, and do some damage.
Yeah. Because now she gets the same ability. So there you go. Maybe don't build her as a support-based character. Give her some weapons.
Yeah,
Now you know your enemy,
it's
and
a
you
shame.
can actually remove resources from your upgrades or support.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would need to.
I don't know.
It
You
messes with
can load your
somebody
deck
somebody else's
with
supply team.
improvised explosives.
Yeah, you can stop improvised explosives. You can stop supply team.
Oh, you can stop them. Yeah, right.
Nobody's
You
going to be
just
taking a Tomfer to this matchup.
nope,
Well,
nope, not
uh,
offer for you, sir.
so there we go. We see X-Men take on Sauron. Now we're still waiting for a predator. Who is he going to be hunting? Let's go back to the wheel, see if we can find him a target.
Let's see.
Not yet. We have Snake Eyes. Now
Well,
this
I
is
do.
this is one of my favorite characters from my childhood. Snake
Snake Eyes,
Eyes, the Irish Kage Ninja. He
the
is
Irish ninja.
no Irish Kage. It's like a martial
Irish
art.
dragon.
So he
I was
is.
imagining an Irish ninja.
He's definitely not Irish. I'm pretty sure he's not Irish. But he is awesome.
Can you?
So this guy, Snake Eyes, he's kind of a ninja, but he goes around with a gun. He's even got a dog. I think it's a wolf. He's got a wolf named Timber.
Do you have the dog character to go with him? A dog support?
No,
No?
I thought about doing it. I wish I did, but there's only so much time in the day. We'll have to go without
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
dog.
understand.
That'll be for a future expansion. Uh,
Yes.
set two, shall we call it? But he has one gun because he does have an Uzi. Then he's got two melee, three melee because he is a ninja, and he has blades and also he uses all sorts of weapons. One shield and one resource. After you activate this character, if both character dice are showing a value of 1, so if they're both on one side, deal 2 unblockable damage to a character of your choice. And then his power action is force your opponent to resolve a die showing damage of your choice. Force your opponent to resolve a damage dice of your choice. Okay, that's bad wording probably. Reducing the value by 1. So, he's a ninja. He
Nice.
hides in the shadows, so he gets a bit reduced thing. And I designed that one, so you're gonna have to face
Not
him.
biased at all.
I think he's amazing. Uh, but so I had to have somebody from. It wasn't called GI Joe when I was little. It was called Action Force in the UK. It's called GI Joe in America.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
so yeah, he was one of my main characters. Did all my missions for me, and he can do one this Christmas
Very
time.
nice.
Who have we still got on the wheel here? We've still got the Princess Bride, Mahatma Gandhi, Joe Biden, Liz Truss, all the politicians, except for Bernie. Rick and Morty, a Cheer Bear, Gruber, Morgan Elsbeth, Usain Bolt, Echo, Dumbledore, B.A. Baracus, Oogie Boogie, and
Very
Boris
good.
Wolfram. Quite a few. Predator still doesn't have a target.
Well, no one wants to go there. Like, they're all scared.
I think out of those, his best target would be Usain Bolt. He'd have a bit of trouble catching him. If nothing else, maybe Liz Truss because everybody'd love to see that.
I think Listrat is afraid of nothing. Yeah, I think she can take him on.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Okay, let's find out. Rick and Morty would be a fun one too.
Let's see. Rick and Morty
Oh,
can take
it's
him on.
no, don't do it. He's gonna have to cheer bear. No, it's Rick and Morty.
It is Rick and Morty.
Rick and
Yeah.
Morty face off against
Well,
the Predator.
I got two characters here, both Rick and the Mortimer. Red and yellow.
Red yellow.
This is
So
Morty,
Morty, here we have him.
a student indicator with a lot of ones. That would be good for your ninja. And
Yeah.
710. When I activate it, I need to turn one of my dice to blank. So on the face of it, not an exciting character, but the upgrades on these characters gain the redeploy keyword. So all of a sudden, everything is different here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. But what's an
Oh,
un
very nice.
for grades? That's my bad type in there, isn't it? An unput grades. So yeah, that's Morty. Nothing special, as is his
Well, a lot of
title.
nothing.
Unremarkable, apparently. This is another Swagdean special.
But it's very thematic. Like he messes things up. However, the upgrades are redeployed. And
Yeah.
Rick Sanch, the Rickest Rick, very badly needs him. As a character science psychopath, that's very accurate. Your opponent can resolve damage against this character if Morty is in play. Morty has got Giga Guardian,
Yeah,
basically.
it's just no. It just
He
literally
doesn't
says
even need.
no.
I mean, I guess they're gonna take indirect. Like, no, you don't even have indirect. So you're just gonna roll this slam, turn two, kill Morty, but Rick is still gonna be there.
Yep.
And Rick allows you to look at with the power action. You look at the top four cards of your deck, and you can play an upgrade if able, decreasing the cost by one. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck. So it's all about upgrades.
Yeah, and
in a here
you,
yellow deck.
I guess you get,
Red
is
hero,
it
red yellow
hero?
hero.
It is hero. Morty's hero.
Mortis hero. Right.
He's
So it's
neutral.
red yellow hero. Upgrade. Nice.
Yeah, and he can play the upgrades on Morty, and they all get redeploy.
Amazing. That
That's
sounds
not
great.
terrible at all. And he's got
Not
a
at all.
2 melee, 3 range, 3 indirect. He's got decent sides here. 2
Yeah.
disrupt. Very solid.
I
And a
think so too.
15 health is pretty decent as well. It's Palpatine level we're talking there. Yeah, Morty's not getting past round round 2, is he? When all the damage is going up straight.
I don't think it's gonna last long. Yeah, that's my suspicion. Yes.
And he's taking on the Predator. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Let's go.
Okay, so we got Snake Eyes the Ninja as the only man without an opponent.
Yes.
Let's go back to the wheel. Here we go.
Let's see this wheel.
Oh, Usain Bolt against Snake Eyes. 2 silent speedsters. Okay, you got Usain Bolt as one of yours.
Usain Bolt. Okay, sorry.
It's
Took me a while to realize.
Usain
Oh,
Bolt
you called
against.
it. This is the perfect matchup. The ninja against the runner.
Yeah, can he catch him? It could have been this. This would have been fun too.
Usain Bolt allows me to take the first turn of each round, even if I do not control the battlefield. Look at that. And after you activate him, you may resolve one of these character dice. And the character dice could be 2 range, 2 discard, 1 resource, or a special that allows him to take up to 2 additional actions. Up to. I can take 1. I can take 2.
You can straight away roll in, then take 2 extra actions.
Yeah.
He's
Roll
expensive
my
at
whole team.
19.
19, yeah. So I need a strong 11 that can mess up with you.
Mm-hmm.
After my dude is running, I think I have an idea of someone that may run with him.
Excellent. And this is from Duncan. Very good. We like this one. The old
Very
Force
nice.
Speed special coming into force. Because that wasn't
Yeah.
bonkers anyway. But he's back and he's taking on Snake Eyes, our
Yeah.
resident ninja. Okay, that's it. We've got 6 each. We're halfway there. 6 matchups. Randy Savage, Martin Luther, Oscar, Bernie Sanders, Cockknocker the Queen, Rogue against Sauron, Predator Rick and Morty, Snake Eyes Usain Bolt.
Everything as it should be. Nice.
And we go for some more. Oogie Boogie. Now, I think this is also one of my personal designs because Jack, through the Halloween period, could not stop watching A Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's got Christmas in the title, so I felt like we had to have this as a character. And he's green, the first green character to hit ARH.
Oh, I remember this guy. Isn't he full of worms and
Yeah,
insects?
he's full of worms. Look in his mouth there. It's disgusting.
Amazing.
Oh, I just
Are you
realized I
gambling
zoomed in.
man, Sandy? Let's play.
Yeah. Are you a gambling man, Sandy? Let's play. So he's pretty much got the Asajj dice. 1 melee, 2 melee, 3 melee for a resource, a discard, and a resource.
Beautiful.
I remember when I posted this in the thread, somebody went, resilience on a 15-point character. No way. And I
It
just thought
is
that
the
was
Oogie
neat.
Boogie, of course. Resilience.
He's Oogie Boogie.
Right?
You can't get rid of him. He doesn't scare easy. 13 health is pretty chunky for his 12-15 cost. After you resolve a die of a value 1, place a resource on this character and remove 3 resources from this character. Turn one of this character's character or upgrade dice to any side and resolve it, which is kind of what he does with his dice in the movie. He cheats with his dice.
He cheats continuously, right? Doesn't
Yep.
he? Cheat
Yep.
all
He
the time.
cheats or moves his dice to what he wants. And he doesn't play fair, this guy. That's right. It's, are you a gambling man, Sandy? Let's play. So there we go. That's Oogie Boogie. He's definitely a
Very
villain.
nice. I love that movie.
Is there anything that put resources on this guy and villain? Maybe get that
In villain,
ability out.
put resources on him.
Although
You can play him with Boba.
it says after you resolve a die of value one, so it doesn't have to be his dice. It could be any dice.
Can have a
Which
lot of dice for the value of one. Maybe, I don't know. Lots of colors. Small battles one.
yeah, small battles one in a red deck.
Red green.
Red green. Well, the green means nothing. It's the only green card in the game.
It doesn't mean a lot at the moment. But who knows?
Um, so yeah, is he gonna get an opponent straight away, or is it gonna be another one of mine? Oogie Boogie is
Let's
about
see.
to find out.
Let us see. Where are we?
It's Gruber, another one of
It's
mine.
Gruber. Another one of yours.
Gruber from the Octonauts. So, where's Gruber? Gruber, here he is. Here he is. He's a little guy. There he is. Look at that. Look, cute little guy.
Oh, that's very cute.
Next to Oogie Boogie is very cute. We have a naught melee, a one melee, a 2-for-1 melee, a 0 shield, and a 1-for-1 resource side, which seems a bit weird. But
He's a very expensive dude. Let me tell you
yeah,
that.
he's 11, 15, 12 health. But at the start of the round, you may pay up to 2 resources. For the remainder of the round, increase the value of this character's character and upgrade dice by that number.
This is
So,
interesting. Upgrade dice as well. I think this is. I mean, you probably don't do it early.
yeah, you're
You're
probably not
just
doing
remove
this
this
turn
guy.
1 or 2, so he's got a nice bit of 12 health to stay in there. Has the kelp cake connoisseur. And then later in the game, you proper boost him up. You could play quite cheap
Yeah,
upgrades, maybe
very.
one cost upgrades to get as many on him as you can. And then his dice becomes a bit of a monster. It becomes a 2, 3, 4-for-1, 2 shields, and a 3-for-1 resource. That's pretty solid. He could be a very interesting character. A yellow hero as well.
Yes, that is very interesting. Yeah.
Could make him a partisan and roll his dice in again after paying 2 resources at the start of a round. And partisan U-wing away with Nemec's
That is
manifesto. It's all coming together already. Look at this. Amazing.
very nice. Yes, that is.
So we got Gruber and Oogie Boogie now, all waiting for a pairing, a matchup. And you've still got 6 on the board. Who are we going to get next? Let's go.
Let us see what's gonna happen.
I want Oogie Boogie against Cheer Bear. just because.
That would be very dramatic indeed.
B.A. Baracus. I don't know if you may.
Yours.
It's one of mine. I don't know if you're the same age as me, but the A Team was
Eventually, I'm bound to hit one of mine.
one of the TV shows of the 80s for me.
I think I wasn't in this world in the 80s. Sorry to
No, it was
point out.
Saturday nights, just after
God
everybody's
knows
had
where I
dinner.
was. Maybe I was Kim, and then I died, and I entered into this body. I was
Maybe,
B.A.
maybe.
Baracus, possibly.
Swagdean again with this one. Uh, I just had to use this one because it's this character cannot gain piloting because
Yes,
they had to
of course.
knock him out to get him onto a helicopter that they needed to get about, which is just brilliant. He would not go on it, and nobody's moving this guy. He is a beast. But he's 12, 16 for 12 health. Nice ratio there. Look at this die. So solid. 2 melee, 3 melee, 3 melee, 1 discard, and 1 resource. The thing is, you decrease the value of this character's character dice showing damage by 1 when resolved against a character with 7 or more damage. So he becomes a 1/2/2. because he pities the fool, so he doesn't hit him so hard, which I think is just genius, very very clever.
Uh,
B.A. Baracus, you may have also seen him. He was in like WrestleMania 2 or 3, um, and he also featured in what else was he in? One of the Rocky movies, I think, or of yeah, I think it was a Rocky movie. I'm sure he was a boxer in a movie somewhere. Well, I've got 3 lined up here, DJ. Where are your guys? They don't want to come out and play.
Like they're missing. They're just missing.
They're shy. They just don't come out. Just mainly yours on the
They
wheel.
clearly are. Yeah.
Okay,
Very
let's
shy.
see if we can get a matchup for Oogie Boogie here. I still want it to be Cheer Bear. I'm rooting for Cheer Bear here because that's just insane. Or Liz Truss, she could do with a Boogeyman as well. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be. It is Liz Truss. Ah, amazing. Oogie Boogie.
Liz Truss. Well, it's a colleague meeting. Let's find out. Let's find Liz.
Let's move this back a
Very
little
good.
bit.
Liz is on the job here. There she is. Liz Truss outlasted by a lettuce. Look at this face and see how little she fears you. Like how much she cares about your Yugi Boogie. As if
Like,
she couldn't trick like dice or finance reports herself. After the start of the fourth round, defeat this character. Action: reduce the amount of resources you gain in the upkeep phase by 1 to deal damage to a character. Very good. So yeah,
reduce.
we can all be poorer. I mean, I can like she can be poorer and deal damage to other people. She does a lot of damage, but sadly, she's not gonna be around forever. She's outlasted by a lettuce, so she lasts only 4 rounds, only 3 rounds. So
Another fabulous effort from Lucas Biryani. 10-13 for 10 health. Um, I don't even know why we've got this in there, but as soon as you saw it, you thought this is fun. Uh,
yeah, I like the flavor is nailed, man. Like
the,
outlasted by a lettuce is great.
it's so funny. It's a great job, Lucas. So much fun. And she is going to be taking on Oogie Boogie, the Boogeyman, which is
Yes,
probably what she
the classic,
deserves.
I would say, matchup
Uh,
of history.
yeah, Oogie Boogie. So now we're looking for a Gruber matchup.
Yeah, let's see
Not many
if
left
I
on
can
this
get
wheel. It's 8 left. Here we go.
my money are on Gandhi versus Gruber.
Gandhi
So
against Gruber.
let's
I
see who
think you're
that will
getting
be.
it. I think you got it. It is
So,
Gandhi against Gruber.
geez, really?
Yeah, it's Gandhi.
There weren't that many left, but it just felt like a fitting matchup, like for me.
Because this is
Gandhi
a
the Grey,
fabulous effort at a male character. I
determined protester.
I don't know who
Yes,
designed this. I've not put the name in again. Oops.
might have been Swagdeen,
He's quite
might
expensive.
be someone else.
I thought it was cheaper than that.
It costs 18 for a one discard, two discard, one focus, one disrupt.
It's a poor
Right?
dice.
A bit of an awakening 18 cost die,
Hmm.
but the ability is pretty like it's not violent, so that is gonna hit you with his ability. During the upkeep phase, you can decline to gain resources. If you do, discard the top 4 cards from an opponent's deck before they draw up to their hand side. So you see
Mm.
here, what is happening is refusing the money and the glory, the lure of success in the resources you gain in the action phase. It doesn't give you any money, but eventually it's gonna outlast the opponent that will not have a deck.
Possibly.
I mean,
Oh, not having the money is harsh though. Not having a resource side. Ooh,
yeah, his
who'd you?
hero, he can be matched with an 11 cost that discards cards from your hand anyways, and there's a lot of money to give you, and this does the same job as Gandhi, just in a slightly less fair way.
My first instinct went to Garth of Whip.
Garza is actually a good idea. I thought about Senator, but I think Garza is actually a good idea as well.
Yeah. Yellow's got a bit more money cards in there. Can
I think,
truce your way forward.
yeah, Garza is actually a good idea. Yes. I mean, you don't need money really. Why would you need money?
No, you don't. As long as you can hit those discards and get those cards gone. He's
Yeah,
he's an interesting guy.
that's interesting. Yeah, probably Garza is better. Yeah, you're right. Nice, very good.
And he's taking on the Gruber from Octonauts. There you go.
You can bet he is.
Interesting,
Nice.
interesting matchups. Okay, so BA is still looking for an opponent, and let's see if we can find him one.
My money are on Joe Biden versus BA.
Oh yes, please. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
It's not like there are so many other options.
Oh no, it's mine first. I have my Princess Bride deck, which I'm pretty sure I've already built. And let's go. Where's the Princess Bride here? Anybody see the Princess Bride? Let's go. There we go. Okay, so this is two characters. This is one of my double characters, and
Nice.
it's technically another wrestler, I suppose, because
Inigo
that
Montoya is Princess Bride. And
because
Fezzik.
Andre the Giant as
Is
Fezzik.
Under the Giant the princess or the bride?
I, I, he's whatever he wants to be.
Nice.
So he's a 14. He's a bit like Obi-Wan. He's got a Guardian too. He can take 2 dice on the Guardian. He's a 1 melee, 2 melee modified side. Disrupt, for 12-15. And when you can spot Inigo Montoya, so he's going to be paired with Inigo Montoya, who we'll get to in a second. So he's going to be online straight away. This character's dice have their value increased by 1. So he's a 2/2/3, 2 disrupt until he's gone. And it's not his fault being the biggest and the strongest. He doesn't even exercise. And it was More Dots that put these together, and this is one of my favorite films. We've watched it with Jack now, and he loves it as well.
It's very nice. I should check it out.
It's a good movie. It's a great movie. And here he is with Inigo Montoya, great character. Oh, this guy.
Vengeful Dude. I really like this idea that if you have someone that died, he takes revenge for them.
Yeah, we don't really have anything like that. He's got a pretty neat dice. One melee, 2 melee, 3 melee, a sword fighter. Makes sense. A shield, a resource. He is 16, but teams up with Fezzik for a 15-15 middle kind of package.
Yes.
He doesn't have a subtype. No, neither of them have a subtype. And he spots a defeated character to resolve one of this character's dice, showing melee damage, increasing its value by 2. And that is a power action. Are they both neutral, or is he hero? We have hero, so it is on the hero side. Not that many melee weapons in just red, I don't think. I don't think it matters too much because they're spotting the characters. You can only do it with character dice anyway.
Yeah. You don't need you can give them guns or whatever.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine with some clients. So we got those two. Thanks for those, John. Love this movie. I'm sure if you design them, you must too. And these will have an opponent soon. Let's go find some. So what we've got left, we've got Joe Biden, Cheer Bear, Morgan Elspeth, Echo, Dumbledore, and Boris Wolfram. Interesting. I'd love to see Boris Wolfram take down Joe Biden, to be honest, actually. Anyway, let's go. It's Dumbledore, another one of mine. I'm going to be out of characters.
Why so many people on that side?
So I can probably do my last two because my last one is Boris Wolfram. So I can put him at the bottom.
Yes.
So let's do This one, he's still going to come up on the wheel. I can't get rid of him. I could take him off this way, couldn't I?
Oh, I think I'm missing one character. Sorry.
So
Thank you.
we have Dumbledore. There he is. He's obviously blue because he uses magic like the Force. Where should we put him? Let's chuck him there.
Very nice. Let's check him.
He's a 1620. Another one from Duncan. Thank you, Duncan. Lovely 14 health. No blanks because he's a bit Yoda-esque, I guess. 2 range, 2
Yes.
melee, 3 melee, 1 resource, and a special on 2 sides. And the special is roll a set-aside apprentice die of your choice into your pool. Now that's a big choice. Could be Leia, could be Ezra. But he's essentially swapping his dice for somebody else's dice. Which is
That's interesting.
probably a lesser dice, isn't it? But he does have your apprentice
I
dice
mean, it
show.
depends. Is any apprentice in the history of the game?
No, it'll be ARH standard apprentice. I think that's what
Yeah.
we
Okay.
after
But
setup though.
but apprentice dice increase the value by 1. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah.
And
You can
after
make him an advisor if you need to.
no, I don't know why you would do that. I'm sure you're going to pick partisan or Jedi.
I would pick advisors. I like advisors. I like advising, being advised.
what you can pair it with. There's no other advisors. But maybe.
Maybe a lonely advisor.
He's interesting. He's going to be an interesting one to build with. So that's Dumbledore, and my final character is the fabulous Boris Wolfram, powered by radiation. Here he is. So this was made by the Sons of Destiny, I know that, who I introduced to this game, and he did have a flip side. This is his flip side. His other side was his wicket, because he flips in the game. He's like not powered up, and then he becomes powered by radiation. So here he is. He's a 14-18, big boy, 14 health,
Nice.
2 melee, 3 melee, 4 indirect for 1 indirect, 2 disrupt, and a special. And the special is deal up to 3 damage to this character, then deal damage to each of an opponent's characters equal to the number of damage you just dealt. Massive area of effect damage on that special. And resilience.
Yeah, that's very good.
So if he rolls out that double special, you can do 3 across the board. That's just.
I mean, you're gonna take 6 to do that, but
no,
you can do 6 to everyone, right?
No, you deal 3 to this character and then deal 3 to each of your opponent's characters.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you get double special, you can take 6 to him and deal 12 to other people, right?
No, you deal 6 to each of them, wouldn't you?
I don't. Oh, so I guess you deal 3 to you, and then you deal 3 to each of them, right?
Yeah. So if they had 2 characters, you take 3, you do 6. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
3 to there, 3 to there. He's got some power on that special.
Yes.
Maybe he needs to be paired with a blue so he can harness the force. Maybe.
Wheel.
Okay.
Or harness the force.
So
Nice.
all we've got left is your guys: Echo,
Yes.
Morgan Elspeth, Chia Bear, and Joe Biden.
All the actual Star Wars people still hiding here, I mean, with a bit of embarrassment.
Yeah, both
don't want
here.
to join.
Don't want to play with
the
these non-ones, but one of them is going to take on B.A. Baracus.
There's them, or the bear.
That's going to be Echo.
Echo. Very
Echo
good.
takes on B.A. Baracus.
The classic. Let's have a look at this Echo. Fable Weak Nows. If you resolve one of these characters or weapon dice, increase value by 1 if you're not taking the resolve action. After setup, you may shuffle up to 2 copies of Small Battle Wands into your deck.
That's just such a cool design. Very good Fablewick.
Very nice.
I really like this one as soon as we saw it. Before you resolve one of this character's character or weapon dice, increase its value by 1 if you're not taking resolve dice action. So if you can resolve these in some other way with a power action or by playing a card like Small Battles 1 that he gets to shuffle 2 in of. It's just a
Yes.
neat little ability and build around.
I
11,
think yes.
13, 11 health, pretty solid. Could definitely fit with the Bad Batch guys.
Yeah, it's very nice. I really like it. You get your small bottle ones. I guess what you can use for these is like um yeah, there are a lot of things you can do. You can play Bo-Katan. You can use General, I guess.
Yeah, anything like that. I was thinking I Am No Jedi. If you got a blue.
I am no Jedi. I think there are a bunch of interesting things you can do. That's very nice. Yes,
Yeah, very clever. We like that one. Well done, Fable. Great stuff.
very very nice.
So, taking on the pair of Fezzik and Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride is...
Oh,
It's the Chia Bear.
of course, of course, the Cheer Bear will go against them. I would have expected nothing less from him.
I'm pretty sure
There he
this
is.
this was another Sons of Destiny design. And is this our first character with charm? I think it is.
He might be. He might very well be. Yes.
Sharing is caring. God. And he's taking on Fezzik and Inigo Montoya. We
I think it's very nice. Yes.
I may have added the subtype Ewok because he's a small bear.
Just because why not? You
Just
remove a
because,
charm token from this to heal 2 damage. If you remove from a character, then if you remove one of the character, then you remove one of the character's character dice. If the character was a Scoundrel or a Sith, you are not an Ewok like him. You may resolve one of these characters' dice, increasing its value by 1. Nice. Looking at the 0, focus, 1 shield, 2 shields, 2 money for 1. It's very
yeah,
nice.
0 focuses. So you can only use that if you do his power action.
Basically, yes. I mean, maybe if you, you compare with him, yeah, basically that is correct. That is the case.
He seems quite nice and balanced. Who you going to pair him with? Another charm character, maybe?
I mean, you need to remove like to remove a Sith die in hero is pretty hard. I guess I would put him with the Scoundrel.
He is red. You could play Tiderium. You
You
could.
could play Tidirium, and then you could make anyone a Sith. But like, would you want to make? Is there any character you could make a Sith? That like, I think the math here is a bit because you're running him elite. I will need to think about it. I think the easiest thing is to bring him with a Scoundrel. I mean, actually, the easiest thing is to bring him with Tidirium, and you remove one of his dice. You make him a Scoundrel. I think that's the best plan. You make his dice. You unify them, and you make them one.
You heal 2 damage from him. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I think that could be the play. Yes.
Definitely an interesting one for you to build there.
Yeah. Oh, I think I had the idea.
Oh,
I think I have an idea.
it's
Yes.
all come
I
together.
do. It is actually yes.
So
I'm
there,
not gonna reveal, but yeah, I just had an idea right now.
brilliant. So Dumbledore is going to be taking on Morgan Elspeth or Joe Biden. Wow, okay. Here we go, let's spin this. It's going to be Morgan.
It is going to be Morgan.
Morgan Elspeth.
Let's get her out.
I love that Boris
Morgan
Wolfram,
Elspeth.
the Ukrainian, is taking on Joe Biden. Fabulous. Do we spin it now? So,
Well, this is like good wizards against failed witches, I guess. Is this the theme?
Yeah, wizards and witches.
Successful,
It's straight out of Harry Potter.
successful sorcerer. Yeah, successful wizards against wannabe witches.
Wannabe witches. Yeah, absolutely.
Morgan Elsbeth searching the galaxy. She's a witch leader that after setup gains the color blue and has a power action that allows you to resolve one of your character dice showing a not value to turn a die to a side showing a value of 0 brought by Dark Lunin. With the 2 melee, 3 indirect for 1 money, 1 focus, 2 discard for 1 resource. Interesting. So she has a
Mm.
lot of, like, she has half of her dice is odds, and then you can pair with someone with further odds, and
Mm-hmm.
each of these dice blanks something. Interesting.
Yeah, once a turn, you could be turning a die to a special.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. A value of 0. So if you put her with with Vader, maybe you know the Vader you get from the plot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, that could be
That's
cool.
probably they're both blue and red. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna go with that.
Oh,
Maybe.
sounds interesting. And that she's going against Dumbledore. All the magic happening.
Yeah.
So, and
Na,
then you've got
na,
Joe
na,
Biden.
na, 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 na. Okay, we got to the final guy. Where are you hiding, Joe? There you are, Joe.
Don't
Joe
ask him.
Biden
He
taking
won't know.
on Boris Johnson.
Now you've got two options
Well,
with
good
Joe
point for
Biden.
your Joe, because Joe is already two. He's two characters. Is it? Which one is the original?
So
But I
one's
think it starts as a 15, and then
he flips.
there he is with this his smile. After you solve this die, place 4 resources on this character. Okay. Remove 4 resources from this character to flip him. Very simple. Brought by Rebel Traitor. 1 focus, 2 focus, 1 discard, 2 discard, 1 resource. So
Mm-hmm.
bit of a controlling mill neutral build blue dude. And then at some point, he just becomes evil. He becomes a leader Sith
Dark
that
Brandon.
increases the cost of all of an opponent's cards by 1 due to inflation.
I left that in.
It is a 2 melee, 4 indirect, 2 money, and 1 special for 1 resource.
I think it's this special why we left this in. Resolve two other sides of this die. Felt
Yeah, that's
pretty
8 damage
pretty cool.
coming your way. He has an 8 for 1, and you need to, have him around for 2 rounds. He's not going to do any. Basically, he's just going to chill and be a powerful president for the first 2 rounds, unless you remove his dice and make him cry. And
He,
then, all of a sudden,
he's a
he's going
Sith.
to transmogrify into
A Sith.
a Sith.
So, who is this Dark Brandon? Do you know anything about him? Is it something that I missed somewhere?
No, I have no idea what Darth Random is. No, I don't know.
No, well, we'll have to get some backing on that one. But yeah, I think it's that special that we went for. So good fun, Rebel Traitor. And it's lovely to have Joe Biden, President of the
Very
United
good.
States, in the
Taking
game.
on Boris
Bor
Wolfram.
from the Ukraine. He's his signature move for Boris Wolfram is called the Ukrainian hangover. So
Yeah, I mean, like, they are allies, but they could sometimes even among friends you have your little disputes. So
yeah,
I guess that is that.
yeah. So there we go. Fun matchup. So let's just go
Very
through.
nice.
Randy Savage will take on Martin Luther. Oscar the Grouch will take on Bernie Sanders. This is the worst one. Cockknocker will take on the Queen. Good lord. A Rogue will take on Sauron. Predator is going after Rick and Morty. Snake Eyes the Ninja is going to be chasing down Usain Bolt. Oogie Boogie is going to try his best to scare Liz Truss into becoming a lettuce. Gruber is going to be against Gandhi. I think they've both got abilities where they spend their upkeep resources, which is interesting. B.A. Baracus is taking on Echo from the Bad Batch. Princess Bride will be taking on Cheer Bear. Dumbledore in the wizard matchup takes on Morgan Elsbeth, and then Boris Wolfram from Combo Fighter takes on Joe Biden. fantastic. And obviously, we have some secrets left behind for other
Do, do,
matches.
do, 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 do.
But for now, we will just say a Merry Christmas, leave you with this video, and hope you look forward.
Good night.
Uh,
Bye bye.
look forward to our game soon. Good night.